You like barbecue? Well, of course you do, unless you're some kind of weirdo or wasn't raised right. So if you want to get some of the best barbecue around, check out P3 Barbecue. Our buddy David Estes does it up right, and he'll be glad to cater your next event or just send you some of his award-winning sauce right there to your own doorstep. Go over and check them out on the Facebooks at facebook.com/P3Barbecue or give old David a call at 901-679-3452 and tell him Whitey Jenkins sent you.
Hey guys, this is Wolfie D from PG-13. Check out my podcast, Live and in Color with Wolfie D, every Monday at noon. We're talking Memphis, we're talking ECW, WCW, WWF, everywhere that I've been. We even have some great guests, some Hall of Famers on the show with us every Monday at noon, Live and in Color with Wolfie D.
How y'all doing? Here's Whitey Jenkins, and this is the Whitey Jenkins Show. Once again, we coming to you from the Cheap Heat Studios here in Gadsden, Alabama. I had to come all the way to Gadsden down from Coleman to do the show because producer Smokey wants to have his fancy Dan screen and all this good stuff back here. But anyway, so today it's a special show because for the very first time in all these here podcasts I've done, we are going to interview a referee. That's right. Here he is right now. Just Mike. Mike, how you doing?
What's up, guys? I'm doing great. How are you, Whitey?
Man, I'm doing all right. I got my new hat on I got for Christmas up there, and
I see that. I like that.
Looking pretty sharp there. So, first of all, I got to hit you with a hard question right out the gate, man.
Shoot.
How's it feel to get beat by a girl?
How does it feel to get beat by a girl? It's not a bad feeling, man. She deserves it. Allie's a really good referee. She deserves it.
So if y'all don't know what I'm referring to when I say get beat by a girl, Allie, the chick referee over at EPW, she got voted by the fans as referee of the year. And so basically, you know, they on the EPW fans Facebook group, they did voting for awards, and it's basically just a big damn popularity contest. Gross Joey won announcer of the year. Are you kidding me?
Hey, that's well deserved.
Oh, okay. Well, let's remind everybody right now who they voted for. That fella right there that hangs out with Bin Laden got voted announcer of the year. That's a damn disgrace is what that is. Look at them two. Look at big buddies right there.
Now, that's not right.
It ain't right. He shouldn't have been doing that. And them folks shouldn't have voted for him. They should have voted for Hollywood Jimmy Blaylock, or at the very least, Nathan Gilchrist.
There can be arguments had there. You know, Hollywood's not very well liked, and Nathan started the Fire Joey thing, and
no, let's make a couple things real clear. Number one, I started the Fire Joey thing. That was me. Number two, go back and look at what them awards say. It don't say most popular announcer of the year. You said Joey's most well liked. Well, yeah, all them numbnuts in Booneville, they like Joey. But that ain't what the award is. It's best announcer, which means it should have been Hollywood Jimmy or Nathan or who's somebody else that announces on the EPWs. Whitey Jenkins should have been announcer of the year, if we're being honest.
But they're not. They didn't make a bad choice with Joey. Joey's a good announcer. He deserves it.
All right. Well, since you're the guest, I'm not going to sit here and argue with you. Clearly, you much like the EPW fans don't understand what makes a good announcer, but that's quite all right. We'll move on. I mean, wrestler of the year, Trace Hunt. Are you kidding me? Trace Hunt, wrestler of the year. What do you think about that one?
Trace did some good things last year. He did some great things in 2021. I can't argue with that call either.
Well, he was certainly no K-Swiss. K-Swiss greatest all times, not Trace Hunt.
So he says. That's self-proclaimed greatest of all time.
He's got the record to prove it, son. Who was EPW champion dang near all year?
I will give K-Swiss that he was the champion for a large part of 2021.
Daggum right.
But if you go back and watch videos, he does a lot of underhanded things to keep that title when he had it.
Feud of the year, Trace Hunt again, but it's versus K-Swiss, because everybody knows K-Swiss is the best wrestler. He should have been wrestler of the year, and that's why it got feud of the year, because everybody enjoyed watching K-Swiss whoop up on Trace Hunt most of the year.
Now I had a conversation with one of the guys the other day. Not going to call names, and I've said it 100 times. K-Swiss is a great talent. I wouldn't have argued if he had got wrestler of the year. Just got a bad attitude.
I would have preferred it. Tag team of the year. Now, the Hot Shots. What do you think of that?
They're a good up and coming team. They're getting there. I think they could do better on the managerial side, but they're getting there.
Well, Hot Shots are a good tag team, but they're no Violent Gentlemen. The Violent Gentlemen should have been tag team of the year. It's only because they got there so late in the year. But then number 2 was Cowboy Up. Come on. I'm not even going to dignify that response. And then number 3 was the Memphis Muscleheads. And you already know how I feel about that. So congratulations to the Hot Shots. That's well deserved. Most hated of the year, Justin Klein. Number 2 was Izzy Rotten. Number 3 was K-Swiss. What do you think about Justin Klein being most hated of the year?
I can see that. They definitely do not like Justin Klein at EPW, and I think it's deservedly so.
I agree with that one. We ain't gonna argue with that. Now then you got, let's see here, special guest of the year, Cowboy James Storm. Number 2 was Swoggle. Number 3 was Davey Richards. What do you think about that?
Well, unintentionally, I do have the James Storm shirt on tonight, so kind of hard to argue with that as well.
Yeah, I kind of felt like that might have been a bit of a spoiler, that maybe we kind of knew where you was at on that one. So
right.
Breakthrough Wrestler of the Year, Outlaw Cody James. Number 2 was Brandon Grimes. Number 3 was a tie between Cody James's partner Bobby Ford and Fancy Bryce Dancy. That was
Breakthrough Wrestler of the Year.
Yep.
Cody James, that's not a bad choice. He came a long way in 2021. Of course, him and Bobby teaming up, making Cowboy Up. They won the tag titles. They done some good work in 2021.
I was impressed with Bobby Cody most of the year until he teamed up with Bobby, and then I could have done without that, but.
Well, that seems kind of when he had the little change of heart.
Yeah, that sucked. That did suck. Of course, we already talked about announcer of the year was Gross Joey. Now, here's the one I'm pissed off about. This don't make no damn sense. Manager of the year, Justin Klein. Number 2, Mr. Essential. And number 3, Whitey Jenkins. I should have won that.
Whitey, I'll give you that. If I'm not mistaken, when I went on there and voted, I did vote for you.
Bless your heart.
I do like you as a manager sometimes.
I mean, I'm pretty darn good as a manager, but I'm best at announcing. I mean, I should have whooped Gross Joey for announcer of the year. I should have been manager of the year. I should have been most beloved EPW star of the year.
There's the announcer of the year. I can't see that, man. I was watching the TV a couple weeks ago, and you were just on there running me down. I can't.
Hey, man, I mean, I can't sugarcoat it. If you make a bad call, I gotta call you out. I mean, A lot of times, man, you referees, y'all don't see what's going on. When them
Well,
guys like Trace Hunt's cheating and them cowboy ups are swapping in and out without tagging, and then y'all don't call it. I mean, come on, what am I going to do? I'm just going, well, just Mike, he's done a great job. And when you just sit there and let Trace Hunt steal another victory.
well, that's awfully funny because it always seems like when I go back and review them matches, it's the opposite way around on the cheating.
You must be watching some of that doctored up footage where Neil Taylor goes in there and does them camera tricks and makes it look like the wrong person's cheating, because
He's
he
doing
knows how to do he knows how to get in there and screw
that
around with
camera
that and make it
voodoo.
look like the wrong person's cheating. He's made the violent gentlemen look like they were cheating, and clearly they weren't, because they wouldn't do that because I trained them.
No. So no way they would do that, huh?
No, absolutely not. Wouldn't dream of it. Plus, I mean, they wouldn't want to make your job difficult. I mean, they respect the officials, play by the rules. They wouldn't want to, cross one of y'all.
I'm glad we're not sitting next together in this storming, because we'd both be struck by lightning.
I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Well, let's get into it here. I mean, how long have you been a referee for wrestling?
I have been a referee. Let me see. I've been in the business for about 10 to 11 years. I've been a referee for about 8 years.
All right, that's a pretty good while. So something I've always been curious about.
What's that?
Now, when you go to get licensed to be a referee and you get trained, and now I notice, like right now, as we sit here, you're wearing glasses. But when you're in the ring calling matches, you ain't got no glasses. And I've been talking about how you miss all these cheating, guys like Trace Hunt. Is it because you don't wear your glasses in the ring?
Absolutely not. I have contacts in when I'm in the ring.
Okay. Now, what goes into getting qualified to be a referee? I mean, are they just like, can you count to 3? Can you count to 10 consecutively? What do you have to prove to be able to be a referee in the state of Mississippi?
To be a referee?
Oh, you're freezing up there. There we go.
Are we there?
There you go. Now we hear you.
What was that question again, sir?
What does it take to be qualified to be a referee? I mean, you just have to be like the show. You can count to 3, and then you can count to 10, and then they're like, all right, well, go ahead.
Well, it does help if you can count. I mean, that definitely helps. We have to do some of the same training as the wrestlers do. Of course, we have to study the rules. We have to know them things up top to bottom, bottom to top, side to side. Because we have to enforce the rules. That's our job. Of course,
So, all right, let's test you on the rules here a little bit. So, if you're refereeing my match, how long have I got that I can use a chain before I get disqualified?
How long do you got? If you're using a chain, then I'm probably going to disqualify you right off the bat.
Don't I get till 5?
No, sir.
All right, you got that one. I was testing.
No, sir.
Okay.
No,
how
sir.
many times can I poke my opponent in his eyes before you disqualify me?
Well, until I just decide to get tired of you doing it and I disqualify you. If
so
I see
it's a judgment call.
That would be on a judgment call.
Okay. All right. What if I was to throw a fireball in somebody's face? Is that immediate disqualification, or is that going to be one of them judgment calls? Like, well, it didn't singe all the hair off.
No, that's going to be an immediate disqualification.
All right. Okay. Well, now here back on the 18th, me and Shane Mako come over, and Shane wrestled that Daniel Nova. I know you know Daniel Nova.
Yes, I know Daniel.
He's a damn cheater from way back.
He's a great talent, sir.
Is that what y'all call cheaters over there? Great talents?
Seems to be what you're calling them.
Well, he was cheating in the match, and then the damn referee screwed us out of it, and poor Mako after driving all the way up there from way down where he lives, got cheated, and then now he ain't even had no rematch or nothing. Why do you not teach? Ain't you the senior citizen referee of EPW or something like that? Ain't that what they call you?
Well, I don't know about the senior citizen, but yes, I am the older referee there, and it has been said that I'm the senior referee there, but I do not consider myself that. No.
Because, I mean, I was going to hold you personally responsible for this kid screwing us out of this match. Because, I mean, if you're the senior official, then you should make sure these other people know how to do their job.
I think our referees do very well. There's nothing that I've seen that needs any attention. They take a lot of heat in that ring from you guys, and do very well under pressure.
All right. On that note, now, if you're watching this right now, I'm going to hold my hand up like this. While I got my finger up like this, y'all just turn the sound down. Don't listen to what I'm about to say. And then when I put my hand down like that, then you can turn the sound back up. All right. So everybody just turn the sound off or go get you a cold drink or something. Let me ask you something. Just between me, it's just me and you talking right now. Ain't nobody else listening. Do you really think it's a good idea for a gal to be a referee? Because, I mean, they get hot-headed, man. They ain't always level-headed. They don't always think clearly, especially if it's a certain time of the month, you know what I'm saying? I mean, like I seen that gal that won referee of the year here. I was there a few weeks ago. Bone Crusher and Izzy Rotten got to fight, and she just threw her hands up and just walked the hell out. Just left them in there. She's like, I gotta go get supper cooking or whatever she had to do, and just walked out. And I'm thinking that's why you can't have gals in there being a referee. So, I mean, do you not agree with that? That's why it's not a good idea to have a broad as a referee?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not, Whitey. There's no problem with women being a referee. There are more and more women coming into the business of refereeing, and I, for one, am proud to see it because we're actually getting some people in the ring that can actually referee. And Allie is a great referee, and I think she does very well and holds her own in there with them guys.
All right, I took my finger down, so y'all can turn the sound back up now, just so you know. Mike agreed with me that we shouldn't be having women refereeing. It ain't gonna turn out good, I mean, they can run the concession stand over there, cook the burgers and the popcorn, all that. They can set up chairs. They can sell tickets, but women don't need to be refereeing because they don't have the temperament for it,
I did not say that.
Me and Mike discussed it. He agrees with me. Let's just move on. Don't rewind it back. Just don't bother listening to that part. It's, neither here nor there. Because, I mean, she's there at this point. And then got voted, referee of the year. I mean, you can't have a woman as referee of the year. I mean.
Sure we can. Sure we can. So good.
And they had a woman wrestler of the year, too. That Diana Taylor broad, she won.
She is also a great talent.
She got 90% of the vote. Blew that other girl away. What was her name? Queen. Something another. She might have won if she'd have showed up last time.
Who knows?
Yeah. Oh, no show McGee. But anyway.
Definitely got to be there.
You got to be there to win. So, in that case, Diana Taylor just swept her and got 90% of the votes. Good for her. But, I mean, they have a division for women's wrestling, so I guess you can have a women's wrestler of the year. But
most definitely,
I don't really know that you should be having no women, referee. But we'll talk about that. Maybe I can get her on the show and have a discussion with her if she don't, freak out. If we can catch her when she ain't busy in the kitchen or doing laundry or something, we'll get her on here and we'll talk about refereeing. But still, you'll still be the first referee I ever had on here.
And I think that's really cool, and I appreciate that, Whitey.
Hey, don't mention it. Glad to have you. So, we are in the year 2022. Did you think we'd ever see this? Did you think after all this COVID and pandemics and all this, did you think we'd even get here?
It definitely weighed on your mind a little bit. Last year was really a tough year for a lot of people, man. hopefully 2022 will be a lot better for everybody else as well as us, and looking for big things in EPW wrestling in 2022.
Well, man, EPW has grown leaps and bounds despite all that, despite COVID, despite, all the limitations and things that the government threw at everybody. EPW has continued to grow. And I mean, I wasn't able to be there, but I saw pictures, man, Christmas night. Y'all had them packed in there on Christmas night.
Standing room only Christmas night, man. That was amazing. And I kind of had a feeling, and Neil had told us, hey guys, be ready, and when we got out there and you come to that ring and that room and that building is packed like that, and the noise they were making, it just makes what we do out there that much more better.
And I mean, there was a lot of great matches that night, but Davey Richards and Brandon Young tore the house down. And Brandon Young got the victory over former Ring of Honor world champion. I mean, Davey Richards has beat the who's who of professional wrestling from WWE to AEW and Japan, everywhere in between.
Brandon Young is another great talent that's coming up. That's people better watch out for, because if I'm not mistaken, he's your Southern Heritage champion, and he's doing big things. And that was a very big win for him against Davey Richards, even though he had a little help from the outside of the ring.
Yeah, I mean, we ain't got to get into all that. Just point being, he won the match. He impressed the hell out of me, and I don't impress easily. Got a comment here. Charles Anderson says, Whitey Jenkins looking classy AF. Well, thank you, Charles. Appreciate that. It's this new hat. I'm telling you, it's a nice hat.
And the shades, man. The shades go perfect with it.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's like somebody pointed out the other day. I mean, this is kind of nice, fancy hat you can wear to church, and not get any funny looks. So,
well, I don't know about.
If I go back to church, I'll probably wear it, and I'll probably get a few compliments
and dirty looks.
You always get that when you go to church. That's why I don't go that often. But that's a whole nother podcast, ain't it?
That's a whole nother story.
Dang right.
Man,
but anyway, so I know you predict big things for EPW coming up this year. Is there anything in particular you'd like to see? Is there anything new rule as a referee? I mean, obviously your biggest concern is law, order, and keeping the rules, and guys like Justin Klein and Fancy Dancy and the Hot Shots and Case West and all those types. I mean, they try to find new and creative ways to break those rules. So is there anything you want to see implemented to try to further enforce the rules, or better enforce the rules, I should say, this year?
There's nothing right off the top of my head I could think of. We go out there and we do the best we can. We see what we can see. We call what we can see. There's not really much you can do. Guys are going to break the rules, and there's not really much we can do about it other than make our counts and make the right calls when we see it.
That's a pretty good answer. Now, I got to stop and comment on something right here. We just got a comment from Terrell Moore. Says, first time watching this podcast. It isn't as good as Cheap Heat TV.
What?
Dirty. How you going to come up on a podcast and say something like that? Why are you trying to start something with Whitey Jenkins? Is me and you cross, son? Are me and you cross? Am I going to have to come to Mississippi over there to your neck of the woods and have it out with you?
He might have been taking a shot at me there, Whitey. You never know.
Well, ain't no need to come Cheap Heat TV. I don't even like that podcast. It took me over a year to get on the damn thing. It may be the guest you have on it. Well, you're right. That was a shot at you, Mike.
I figured that was a shot at me. You know them other little guys always got to be jealous, and that's probably what it is. You've probably never had him on your show, and now you've got a referee before he gets on here.
Well, I tell you what, Dirty. If you ever want to come on the show, you just reach out and let me know. We'll have you on here. and then we'll see what you think about the show with your guest on. It's a pretty nice show, ain't it, Mike? Are you having a good time?
I'm having a great time. We're having a great conversation.
Absolutely. Look here, Mike Wallace says, "You refs get in my match, I'll stretch you." Well, old Mike is kind of salty. Get a real job and let us wrestle. He's old school. Old Mike had his way. You just fight to the death. You wouldn't even have no referee. Just be last man standing every single match of the card, And there's something to be said for that,
Well, there's one thing about it. Probably most of us refs can outrun you wrestlers and managers. And there's one thing about it. Them big security guys in the corners, they've always got our backs.
Well, they got a big one over there at EPW. I'll give you that. He come out there and grabbed a hold of old Jackson a couple of times, and he left. He didn't fight him. He just left. Now, Michael Mitchell asked an interesting question. Is there ever going to be a time that they stop a match to review the call? So, in other words, kind of like the instant replay in the NFL.
Huh. That's a good question. That would be I don't know if you could do it in the middle of a match, but I guess somebody could throw a challenge flag after the match.
Yeah, because it may be something they have in the future, but we don't have monitors out there for you to go and watch it right there on the spot. So, TJ don't have the ability to run the tape back right there on site. But
right.
Personally, as a manager, I hope we don't do that. That's not, ain't something I'm going to back.
I guess that's
GP TV 4 times. May be the reason it's better in this pocket. All right, Dirty. Tell you what, how about next week you come on this podcast? Me and you going to talk. We're going to straighten this out about what's the best podcast, this or Cheap Heat or whatever podcast you've been on. And then we might even let you and just Mike, we may have to arrange a promoter versus referee match or some such.
Right. And he's taking shots at his referee.
I wasn't going to point that out, but you're exactly right. He's starting stuff with his own referee. So, all right, we're getting down to the end of the show here, man. Is there anything else you want to promote? Anything you want to talk about? Anything you want to get out there before we take it home?
EPW every Saturday night, man. We're the longest running show in Mississippi every week. Downtown Bruno's going to be in the house Saturday night. Make sure y'all come out and see him.
Like Mama says, it bees that way sometimes.
It bees that way sometimes. And one of my all-time favorite managers is Downtown Bruno. I can remember him from a little kid, watching him in Memphis, man. Just I'm excited just to be able to meet him and get to talk to him, and I'm excited that the EPW fan is going to be able to get in there and see a legend and meet him and get autographs, take pictures.
Man, I hate I can't be there. Me and I love to sit and have a conversation with Bruno. We talk about the trailer park and reminisce and stuff like that. Now, before we go, we're running short on time, but Matt Wallace makes a very interesting point.
Uh-oh.
What's the biggest payoff you ever took? And don't lie and say you never took a payoff.
I've never took a payoff.
Oh, now I'm glad we're not in the same place with a storm going. There's been lightning striking.
I had one chance back last year, or maybe it was the year before. I was working for CWA. And Reggie B. Fine tried to pay me off in the middle of the ring.
That sounds about right. Old Reggie will drop a few bucks on you to get things done.
It's the only time I've actually ever been offered to be paid off.
He must have thought you was a low budget, as he says.
Well, I was a couple of low budgets because I didn't take the payoff, I promise you.
And then one more line from Dirty before we go. I would love to come on. My friend Gene Jackson's a better man than you, Whitey. How dare you, Dirty? How dare you say Gene Jackson's a better man than me? I don't even like Gene Jackson. I know him, but I don't like him. He certainly ain't better than me. Just because he lives in a house and I live in a trailer don't mean he's better than me. Sorry, son bitch.
Well, Gene
You're coming on the show, Dirty. Me and you going to have it out, brother.
Gene Jackson did hold the OWO heavyweight title for a long time. So
he told me that he is the longest reigning OWO champion of all time, and that'll probably never get broken. So.
Well, I don't know about all that. That would be up to Dirty if he's ever going to run a show.
Well,
But
I mean, he told me, I wasn't there, but he told me that Dirty orchestrated this big thing to have Brett Michaels steal it from him, and he would still be champion now if Dirty wasn't a crooked promoter. But I don't know. Dirty seems to be talking nice about him, so he probably wouldn't want me saying, that kind of stuff. So,
yeah,
all right,
yeah,
brother,
yeah.
we're going to wrap it up. Thank you for coming on. And, hey, like I said, you'll always be the very first referee ever on the Whitey Jenkins Show.
Appreciate you, Whitey. Y'all have a great night and have a great year, folks.
Take care of yourself, Mike.
Yes, sir.
All right, before we get out of here real quick, let's talk about a couple things coming up. Whitey Jenkins is coming at the Happy Hour Comedy Club in Anniston, Alabama. You can see me on January 14th, 15th, 21st, and 22nd. I'll be doing stand-up comedy on all those dates. Probably have some more coming up, but you need to come out one of those nights. That's 2 weekends there. We got a Friday and Saturday and a Friday and Saturday. So get on out there, come see me. If you can't come to those, if you're over in Mississippi, January 29th, I'll be at EPW's Corinth Comic Con at the Crossroads Arena. It's going to be a big shindig over there. I'm looking forward to that. I'm going to be at the Comic Con, so that's going to be your chance to meet Whitey Jenkins. I might even have some pictures to sign. You might be able to get an autograph and let your girlfriend come meet me, although you probably shouldn't because, she'll be trying to go back to the trailer without Whitey, if you know what I mean. Also, February the 19th, I'll be at the EPW Arena there in Boonville, where it always happens. So check it out. Come see me one of them places. We'll be announcing some more dates real soon. And next week, it looks like, it ain't official, but it looks like next week's guest might just be Terrell Moore, Dirty, the OWO promoter. So join us next week, and we'll see if he talks as tough here live on the show as he did in the comments this week when I'm trying to talk to my buddy here, Just Mike, EPW referee. Like I said, don't go back and rewatch that part, but he agreed with me. Don't need to be having these gals refereeing. They just not a good idea. But anyway, thank y'all for watching, and we'll see you next time right here on your favorite podcast on the internet, Whitey Jenkins Show. Check it out at whiteyjenkins.com, cheapheattvlive.com for all things Whitey Jenkins.